Hey everyone, how's it going? Today, I want to share with you a few of the tips and tricks that I use to get the most out of my credit cards, points, and miles. All of these tips are ones that I wish I had known when I started my credit card journey. So if you're new to the world of credit cards, welcome, you're in the right place. And if you're an avid credit card enthusiast, comment some of your favorite tips and tricks down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to see more content like this in the future. Alright, first up, transfer bonuses. One of the main perks of Chase, American Express, Capital One, Citibank, and others is that they allow you to transfer your points that you've earned to different points programs. Usually, our points will transfer at a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning that one Chase Ultimate Reward point equals one United Mile. This is great because credit card travel portals don't always have the best redemptions out there. But from time to time, these transfers will come with a bonus, like this one in April of 2024 that I took advantage of, where if you transfer your Chase Ultimate Reward points to Flying Blue, you'll receive a bonus of 25% more points. Now, generally, I like to take advantage of some of these transfer bonuses, because I know that eventually I will use the points that I transfer, and the bonus is free points. So in this case, I transferred 25,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points to Flying Blue and received an additional 6,250 points. Now, while that may not seem like a lot, those additional points could possibly pay for certain one-way flights. I found this flight from my home airport of Detroit to New York for 7,500 miles. It's also common to see bonuses from Virgin Atlantic, British Airways, Marriott Bonvoy, Hilton, and others. These do come and go, so keep your eyes open for when these bonuses pop up. I just saw a 30% bonus pop up when you transfer your American Express membership reward points to Virgin Atlantic. Tip number 2, application rules. Every credit card issuer has application rules that lay out how and when you can be approved for your next credit card from that issuer, but they're all slightly different. So let's go through some of the most common ones here. Let's start out with one that most people have probably heard of, Chase 524. This application rule states that if you have been approved for 5 or more credit cards in the past 24 months from any credit card issuer, you will not be able to get a Chase credit card. This rule has shaped the way many people have applied for their credit cards. And it's why many people start out by applying for Chase cards first. You'll hear people refer to these 5 spaces as slots, and they are usually counting down the days until they are under 524. Next up, let's take a look at American Express. Thankfully, Amex only has 2 application rules and a few card limit rules. The first application rule is called 5-in-1. This means that you can be approved for one Amex credit card every 5 days. The second rule is called 2-in-90, which means you can be approved for 2 credit cards every 90 days from Amex. If you've ever heard of someone being in Amex pop-up jail, it's possibly because they tried to apply for a card within one of those windows. Now, Amex does limit the amount of credit cards you can hold at about 5, either personal or business. Now, I say about because some people are capped at 4 cards and some are capped at 6 cards. This does not apply to the charge cards like the platinum, gold, or green cards. Now, for Capital One, the only rule is that you can only be approved for 1 card every 6 months. And from Citi, you can apply for 1 card every 8 days, but no more than 2 cards every 65 days. Tip number 3, redeem points for flights like a pro. Every airline out there has some form of rewards and redemption program. And it's possible to find some decent redemptions using, say, Delta SkyMiles to book a Delta flight. But it's not always the best way to do it. I've talked before about how many big airlines fall into 3 airline alliances: the Sky Team, Star Alliance, and Oneworld Alliance. The Sky Team has airlines like Delta, Virgin Atlantic, Air France, and KLM. Star Alliance has United, Air Canada, Singapore Airlines, and Lufthansa. And Oneworld has American Airlines, British Airways, Alaska Airlines, and Cathay Pacific. Now, inside of these airline groups, It's common to see one airline, let's say British Airways, offer an American Airlines ticket for a route British Airways does not fly, but their partner airline, American Airlines, does fly that route. The benefit for us is that we can sometimes find significantly discounted point redemptions for flights booked through another airline, like this Delta flight from Atlanta to Los Angeles. On Delta's website, the redemption is 27,000 Sky Miles. But through Air France, the redemption is only 16,500 miles. Now, to find these redemptions, we can certainly go online and sift through lots of different sites and try to find the best redemption. Or we can use the next tip. Tip number 4, using Point.me. This site is awesome, and it probably deserves a video of its own. Point.me is a website that allows you to search reward flights using the points and reward programs that you have access to. Then, in real time, it will display all of the options available for you to choose from. You have various ways to filter down what kind of flights you're looking for, from business class to economy, round trip or one way, and how many passengers. Now, one of the coolest features is that Point.me knows the current transfer bonuses from various partners. As we talked about earlier, these point bonuses can save you a lot of points on your redemption. Like on this flight here, we can see that Point.me is calculating the transfer bonus into the points total. This makes it a lot easier to understand the savings that point bonuses can offer. Now, this is a paid service, and no, Point.me is not paying me to say all of this. I just really like this product, and it's super helpful when looking for flights. I use the standard plan, which costs $129 a year when billed annually. It's definitely worth it if you're one of those people that loves looking through various sites to find the best redemptions. Tip number 5, filling up your United Travel Bank. I've seen this question a few times in the comments and thought I would dive into it a little bit deeper. The United Travel Bank is essentially a savings account inside of your United account where you can add funds to be used for future United flights. Now, the trick here is to use the travel credits that some credit cards give us to fill up the United Travel Bank. The two credit cards that I use to fill up my United Travel Bank are the American Express Platinum card with a $200 airline credit and the American Express Hilton Honors Aspire card, which also has a $200 airline credit. You can also use the $300 travel credit on the Chase Sapphire Reserve to fill up the travel bank as well. This can be a great way to get some extra value from your cards in the long term. The funds that you add to your travel bank will expire in 5 years after you add them to your account, which gives you plenty of time to use the funds. In fact, for me, if I fill up my United Travel Bank for the next 5 years, I could have a total of $2,000 for United flights. To fill up your United Travel Bank, head over to your United account. At the top, you'll see your travel bank balance. If you click View Details, you'll be taken to a page where you can see your latest contributions and a button that says Add Funds. From there, select the funds that you would like to add. Keep in mind that cards like the Aspire card give you $50 each quarter to use for this credit, so you'll need to make a contribution of $50 each quarter to get the full $200 in a calendar year. Then, just enter your card details and hit Buy Now. A few days or a few weeks later, you'll have a statement credit back on your card for the purchase. Tip number 6, referral bonuses. This is one of the quickest and easiest ways to earn a few extra points and miles. Credit card companies want new clients, and they will pay you in points to get someone else to sign up for a card. And all you have to do is have that person sign up using a special link that the credit card issuer will give you. Then a few weeks later, you'll receive a point bonus in your account. And on that note, if you're interested in supporting this channel, consider using my referral links down below. It's at no cost to you, and it certainly helps me make more content like this. Tip number 7, applying for American Express cards in the right order. In the past few years, we've seen American Express crack down on how and when you can get a welcome offer. In the past, you could get a welcome offer on any card, any variation, as long as you had not held that card in the past. However, the terms and conditions on these offers have now changed. American Express now looks at all of the cards that you currently hold or the ones you have held in the past to see whether or not you are eligible for a welcome offer. If you have the Platinum card currently and want to apply for the Gold card, you won't be eligible for a welcome offer. And if you have the Platinum card and or the Gold card and want the Green card, you won't be eligible for an offer there either. This is because American Express has added a few lines to the terms and conditions which limit what welcome offers you can receive. This means if you want a welcome offer on the Platinum, Gold, and the Green card, you'll need to first apply for the Green card, then the Gold card, then the Platinum card. As of right now, this is not the case for the business versions of those cards. You can still apply for those in any order and receive a full welcome offer. This application order also applies to the Delta SkyMiles personal cards, but not the business cards. Tip number 8, upgrade offers. If you have had an American Express card for a few years or so, you've probably received a notification or an email letting you know that you can upgrade your card to the next one in the lineup. I generally would not recommend taking these offers, as you can usually get a higher offer from just applying for the card normally. However, there is a reason you might want to upgrade a card instead of applying for it directly, and that's Chase 524. When you apply for a new credit card, you're going to use up one of your Chase 524 slots. But when you upgrade a card, also known as product changing, you're only changing the card associated with the credit card account. And the card account is what gets reported to your credit report, which is what Chase looks at to see how many accounts you've opened. So if for some reason you really want a new card but don't want to use up one of your 524 slots, this is an option. I used this trick last fall because I had an upgrade offer for 100,000 membership reward points to upgrade my Gold card to the Platinum card. And I also wanted to stay under Chase 524. At the time, I would have only received an 80,000 point welcome offer when I went through the application process. So in this case, it actually made sense to take the upgrade offer. Well, that's it for today. If you found any of these tips interesting and would like to see a future video talking about any of them in depth, let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Which of these tips did you find the most helpful? Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to see more videos like this in the future. See you next time.